Peace.
This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0 is the professional grooming kit for the male body. Use the code Chappy20 for 20% off your orders at manscaped.com. Manscaped, your balls will thank you. I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm fuming. I don't know what to say. The referee, the VAR decisions, everything about that game sucked harder than anything I've seen. I mean, Leicester weren't great in the first half. I'm not going to lie, against Brighton at the Amex here. Leicester lose 2-1 with 2 goals disallowed, by the way, first of all. 2 goals disallowed from corners. The first one I'll let off, right? Because the first one, Harvey Barnes was in the way of the goalkeeper. But the second one was an absolute shambles of a decision. And I don't understand who was sitting at the desk looking at that and thinking, oh, he's in the way of the keeper. Because clearly he needs to go to Specsavers. Something was wrong today. I have no idea what went on in that studio, in that VAR studio. Absolutely disgraceful behaviour from the officials. The penalty, the other end, for me, terrible. Vestergaard's arms being held back behind him as he's going up in the air. His arms going up because he's at the end of the day, he's being pulled from behind. Leicester lose 2-1. I might say excuse after excuse after excuse here, but the fact remains, Leicester have had 2 goals disallowed. Not 1, but 2 goals disallowed. So, I've got Winksy with me backstage. I'm going to pull him in now. Winks.
Hello.
Vile. Absolutely vile.
No, it didn't look good, mate. It didn't look good. I don't know what's happening with VAR recently, but honestly, it's ridiculous. I think it was supposed to be better. At the start of the season, do you know those first couple of games we had? It looked better. Everything was kind of, the game was carrying on as usual. There wasn't many stops. There was tackles that you'd never have before last year. But as the season's gone on, there's been so many errors. I mean, I can't talk for the Leicester game as much, but for the game that I was watching, there was terrible decisions in that too. Honestly, ridiculous decisions. But it doesn't look good, mate. Either side, VAR, it's not doing what we want it to do. It's not doing what the game needs it to do.
I'm asking the guys now, did VAR get it right today?
It's ridiculous because it's almost like it's Brighton versus VAR versus Leicester, or Premier League team versus VAR versus Premier League team. It's becoming silly. It's like VAR is another team.
There you go. I've put a poll out. I want to see what everyone's thinking about VAR. Did VAR get it right today, or did they?
It's gone back up. It's gone up.
No, did VAR get this right today? 90% of you so far saying no. The penalty decision. Did you see the penalty given?
Yes.
I want your opinion. Obviously, I've got mine. I've already said that I thought Vestergaard, if you look at Vestergaard, he's being held. He's being held. His arm is physically being held. What's he supposed to do?
I don't know. It almost came at him, and it's the reactions that VR is expecting humans to be able to do. It's like almost they're expecting them to be robots. If the ball's coming at them at the speed, they just want them to amputate their arms or something. Do you know what I mean? Just to get rid of the ball. There's no way a player can move that quickly out of the way of a ball coming into you, especially if a player's restricting you as well.
I will give them the penalty if he wasn't being held with his arm. But the fact is, he was being held by his arm, boys. Who's doing this VAR stuff? Have they got their Specsavers? I don't know.
Have their arm?
How can we see it and they can't?
Yeah, exactly. We shouldn't be able to see it.
That's what I'm saying. I think the fans would be better at doing VAR than the actual professionals. There should be. What should have happened is VAR got thrown straight into football, and instead of that, they should have been trained for 2 or 3 years before it was introduced, so it would have been perfectly correct. Look at rugby. I know we always say this comparison, but look at rugby and how they use their virtual assistants compared to football. You know, the ref is still very much involved with rugby. It always goes through the ref. Instead of the computer deciding, it'll be the ref goes to the monitor and then picks. But to me, right now, refs don't need to be in the football game. You might as well just get rid of refs, because those people in the office looking at the computers, if they say it's a penalty, the ref just goes, yeah, it's a penalty. I can't be asked to look at that. It's a penalty.
A quote from Gary Lineker: VAR has completely buried LCFC today. Unbelievably unfair, Gary Lineker.
Twice. It's 2 games in a row you've been mugged off.
Absolutely.
Here's an idea. You could put a couple of children that actually know how to represent football and know how it works. Put them in VAR and let them decide, because those VAR people, which are adults, should know football.
Vestergaard. There we go. I've spelt it wrong. Vestergaard. There you go.
So that's why
I want to hear what people are saying. Was it a pen? Was it a pen? Get your voting in on that. Was it a penno? Yes, or was it a foul on Vestergaard?
Foul on Vestergaard.
Still want to banter Arsenal. Bottling Club says hashes she. The thing is, mate, you can banter all you want, but the fact is sometimes
it doesn't matter. You're doing a poll.
I know, but I'm reading. I've still got people read people's chats, darling. The fact is you can't bottle things when things are being taken away from you. The bottle was took away from us. We can't bottle it because we didn't have the bottle in the first place. The ref took the fucking bottle. Sorry for swearing.
I don't understand what they mean by bottling either at this point in the season.
I don't.
You're not contending for anything at the minute. No one's contending for anything at the minute. So how can you be bottling I mean, I suppose you could say bottling a start to the season, but it's as I said at the start of the game, it's a completely different season to what there was last year with the players that have came into these teams. But yeah, I don't know. I think VAR has changed this season, but it's almost got worse. I don't know. It's strange. It really is.
Yes, goalkeepers are protected, right, in football, and I love that because goalkeepers play a completely different game. But Harvey Barnes, the first one, fair enough, was in his view for that strike from Lutman. But the second one, come on, talk to me. He's nowhere near. How is the second one not?
Yeah, I have no idea, mate. Honestly,
we were crap in the first half, weren't we? Leicester were poor in the first half.
Yes.
Terrible. Second half, really good.
Yeah.
Full of attack, full of energy. Came to life about the 60-odd minute. Fair enough, but we didn't deserve to lose this at all.
I'll tell you what, a player who I think changed the game for you, Lookman. I think he played out of his socks when he came on today.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to do this because I can smell my food downstairs, so I need to hurry up. We're both hungry, aren't we, kiddo? Kasper Schmeichel had an okay game. This time didn't really put the ball out of play. So I'm going to ask the chat where Kasper Schmeichel goes in.
He's not going in man of the match for one.
For this one. We'll soon see. Let's do the polls. Let's go. Kasper today.
Can you do like Kasper and then the two defenders?
Nope.
Because it's easier.
Nope. It's impossible to do that. Soon see what people are saying about Kasper Schmeichel today. It didn't. To be honest with you, what could he do? It's defensive errors at the back from set pieces is the defense. Kasper can't do anything about it. Average today. Most people are going to say average, to be honest with you. As a goalkeeper, I know how hard it is for Kasper. Sorry for the caps, says Jay back. Lee Chappy, let's be honest, we haven't been good since that tackle. Look, we haven't, but we did get robbed today. Don't take that away. We were robbed today. No matter what, we were robbed today. Man United got away with one at the end there as well with that penalty.
Yeah,
they got away with one.
We're not talking.
We won't talk about
stupid Man U.
Yeah, but
sorry, no. Sorry. I just completely forgot you were here.
On a positive note, 13,600 subscribers. Yeah, cheers, guys, for everyone in the chat. Kasper Schmeichel has been voted for an average performance. So Kasper Schmeichel is going to sit in the average tier.
Not average, Savarage.
Yeah, Robbie Savarage tier. Next up, we'll go with Ricardo. I thought he was fantastic today again. Let's see what the guys are saying there. I thought Ricky P was brilliant today. Didn't really do anything wrong. It's a bit difficult for you to get involved with this one because I suppose you didn't really watch much of the game because you watched Man United. Man United.
Hey!
You can't help being a United fan. You can't help it.
Yeah, but
why?
I am backing Winksy up. He's younger than you.
I know, I'm getting bullied constantly.
He had no guidance as a kid, and he had to just support the biggest team in the world, which is United. If he had some guidance, I'd have took him. Well,
the guidance was the one family member that I had that supported football at the time, but apart from that, yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna inject some Leicester into you. That sounds wrong. The GOAT, Ricky P, the GOAT. I think so too.
Oh my God, what a game. Starting to feel how Arsenal do every week.
To be fair, Arsenal look like they're going to turn it round. Do they not?
No.
Winks?
No.
I don't know. Who have they beat? They beat Norwich, was it last week?
And Burnley, wasn't it?
We don't care. Hang on.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, what a game. Starting to feel Arsenal do every week. The thing is, James, I don't want to start feeling like that. Okay? I don't.
Anyway, you can't be that offensive to Norwich about Arsenal.
Well,
Norwich
no, because they only just got to be fair, we only just got passed on. We had one of those decisions, the Harvey Barnes decision, the VAR thing. One of those happened to Norwich. So I understand how Norwich fans felt in a way, but he was offside. And so was Harvey Barnes on the first one, which I'm not disputing. I am not disputing it. Ricardo Pereira in the GOAT tier. You guys voted. There you go. Next up, we go with Soyuncu, Cags. Reckless Cags, who went 1-on-1 against Welbeck and nearly killed him, but the ref gave nothing. Ref thought it was fair. I thought it was fair. Some people thought they killed him. Did he have a Bob performance? Did you think he was average, or do you think he was goated today for what he did do? He missed that header as well at the corner. Came in, smashed the header, and it's gone miles over. I mean, it was free. If you're a free man, and you've got to get your head in it. If you're free, you've got to score, aren't you? Or at least hit the target, right?
Apparently, average.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, we'll soon see what people are saying. You've got to hit the target at least challenge the keeper. Hey guys, what did you think about the brilliant refereeing today? Oh gosh, don't even go there. Who was the referee? Can someone find out for me, because I can't do that right now. I just can't find who the referee was. Maybe it'll be on the One Football thing.
I can do that.
Yeah, One Football. You try and find out. Click on that. Probs would have been offside considering VAR today. Yeah, probably. You're probably right, Soyuncu said. Soyuncu gets a average performance from you boys.
Here's the referee.
Who was the referee?
Stuart Atwell.
Stuart Atwell. I haven't got a PNG of him, but I could do. Soyuncu, you guys are saying average, so I'm going to stick him in the all average tier.
Guess how many fans were there?
Okay.
Guess how many fans there was?
About 20 something.
No, 31,000.
31,000 at the end.
78.
That's good. Vestergaard, not bad. Still missing him, aren't we? Fofana. Still missing.
Definitely. I think Fofana is probably the key structure for your back line, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I can't keep sitting here though, Winksy. I can't keep sitting here blaming a few injuries. I can't do it.
That's all you have to blame, though, isn't it? Because nothing else goes wrong for you. It's just always injuries.
Shane Duffy was
on a positive note. Says MP Gaming. We got 13,000.
Shane Duffy was the best player with 1,000.
Shut up about Shane Duffy. I don't care about Brighton right now. I care about that referee, and I care about Leicester being absolutely robbed here. Robbed. is the word. Now, Vestergaard had a man of the match at one point from you boys.
Oh, of course.
You're dropping him into the average tier today. To be fair, that's about right, you know. Nothing for me stood out at the back. We was better going forwards after the 60th minute. We didn't need to worry about the back. It was all Leicester. From about the 68th minute, it was literally all Leicester.
Well, that was
all Leicester, the whole flipping game.
That you know, Man U's referee.
Don't care about Man U, James. Stop. We're not doing the Man U thing.
I'm talking to Winksy, actually.
We're not doing the Man U
thing. It was Martin Atkinson for refereeing.
Yeah. Well, anyone but us.
And Cristiano Ronaldo got 29,114 votes to be the best player.
I don't care. Ryan Bertrand got subbed off. Ryan Bertrand got subbed off.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it worked. Castagna came in, changed things up, and it was him and Harvey Barnes running the show down that side. Maybe just a little gassed. I don't know. Unfair to sub him off. He had an okay game, but for me, he looked gassed. So I'm assuming that's exactly what's happened. Rodgers looked at it and gone, need some energy down that side.
Yeah. I think he was probably getting a bit legsy at the end. You know, he's a very senior player now. I don't think he's got a full 90 in him as much as he used to be at Southampton, etc. But it was a good move. Definitely made the game spring into action for you, but I don't know. It's I just feel like you're missing something with the creativity up top still. I don't know what it is. It's an off-form Madison, and again, I think an off-form Yuri Tillemans as well. So you've got no creativity flow to get to Vardy. I think
Vardy. I'm gonna get a picture of him.
Vardy created his goal for me. I think that was all him. So you know, I just think Patson Daka and Lookman in that side.
Again, didn't see him.
Both of them should have started for me. Lookman and Patson Daka. They both should have started, and I think you'd have seen
Stuart Atwell. Stuart
Atwell. Right, let's get Stuart Atwell because I wanna do him now. I'm raging still from him. Absolutely raging from Stuart Atwell. I want to get a little PNG file of him. Stuart Atwell. That's Stuart Atwell there, isn't it? Let's get a mug shot of him.
Leicester fans going to be out on the streets looking for him today.
There he is. There's Mr. Atwell. Let's get a mug shot of Mr. Atwell. While I'm sorting his picture out, I'm going to put him in the poll. I want to know what you think of Atwell. Let's do this poll. I'm so annoyed, Winkser. I can imagine this is how you were probably against the bloody the young boys. But
there's a couple of awful decisions there as well in that match for us. But today, I'm surprised we even pulled through. I mean, the penalty, hands down for us, it was probably a penalty to West Ham. But the amount of the penalties, chances that we should have had. I mean, there was one at the end where Kurt Zouma came straight in, just clattered Ronaldo. VAR went straight to it, and they said there was nothing there. And literally, the commentators were like, "Look." Zoomed in on him, they had zero contact, and then VAR just cleared it because it was the easiest option to do.
Yeah.
So I just think that's how VAR's run. If it's a complicated decision that they can't fully explain, they just give up on it and go with the easiest one. And that's just not how the game should go forwards. And I keep comparing it to rugby. With rugby, there could be 5 minutes, and I know that slows the game down, but at least then the decision's made properly, instead of it being rushed and, you know, ending up to be a bad decision, which could end up ruining the game. Because one bad decision from VAR, that could put a team down and stop them from coming back into it. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
VAR, if you're going to continue in this game, it's such a massive influence in how the game's going to go and how the game is. They need to fix it. They need to make it correct.
Dad?
I'm just getting him up now, at Mr. Atwell himself.
Dad?
Yes, mate.
I didn't. To be honest, I don't think we actually saw it. Sanchez got a yellow card.
If you talk about that Man United game once more, you're going out this room.
No,
I'm not interested.
No, Sanchez is in Brighton.
Oh, Sanchez is Brighton. Fair enough.
Sanchez.
I thought you said Sancho. I was about to lose my mind.
No.
Where was I? Atwell. Yes, Atwell. Let's see what the voting's saying about Atwell, because it's quite funny, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. What are they saying, Winks?
Well, to everyone, I think everyone's just agreeing with what I just said then. But I look at that. It's a brilliant picture of him, isn't it?
I can't. Yeah, I can't even find my own stream at the minute. YouTube. There it is.
Just drop him out, mate. He doesn't even deserve to be on the screen any longer.
Dad.
Dad.
No. I can view it in AR.
I can't. I literally can't see it. And. I can't find it. I can't find the poll. I'm sure I put the poll out. Didn't I put the poll out?
I couldn't see a poll.
Sacked, take his FA badges away, or send him some glasses.
You're not giving him a positive vote then, no?
No, I'm a Bob. Let's see what people are saying.
Dad.
Yeah.
Look, you can view it in AR.
Yeah, I know you can. It's cool, isn't it? Let's see what people are saying. Cool. Take his FA badges away.
To be honest with you, I might get some stick for this, but I feel like it'd be very tight to sack him after today, just because of the fact that there's so many referees that don't know what they're doing right now. You'd have to sack the whole lot. Do you know what I mean? You'd have to sack every single referee, because most referees now in the Premier League, they're just constantly getting decisions wrong. So I don't think it's probably right to sack him. I just think that all the referees need to be trained properly. I mean, if you look at Europe, when is there really a proper problem in Europe when it comes to VAR? Okay, there's the odd things, but normally the European referees, they're so much better than ours. That's why when it comes to World Cup and Euros, they're the referees that get taken. There's no Premier League referees in the World Cup and the Euros or any European competitions because they're crap. They always get the better referees that are a bit more national. So I just think the Premier League referees in general, they're just not there. They're really not there. They need to be trained properly, and VAR needs to have a proper look at going into next season, because it's just a shambles. It really is.
I'm looking forward to match of the day tonight, to see what they say about the refereeing decisions, because Shearer's going to tear him a new butt, isn't he? If Alan Shearer's on tonight, he's going to tear him a new butt. Awful, but better than Michael Oliver, says Wiley Fox. You guys are saying sack, take his badges away, or send him some glasses. I think he just needs dethroning down to the Championship or lower. Yeah, cheers, mate. Off you go.
I'm not going.
Oh, okay. Right. I can't get rid of this boy today. Where were we then with the players? Yuri Tielemans. Now, he was quiet until about the 60-odd minute, and then he just decided just to turn up, and it was all over the place. It took him a long time to get going. Do you think he needs dropping at this point and maybe refresh him a bit? Maybe he needs a bit of a refresh? Or is it just a case of that obviously we scored, we got one taken away, and it fired them all up? I'm not sure. The way he keeps starting games is very sluggish. I'm getting a bit concerned.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so tricky for Brendan Rodgers right now. I mean, he's managing a team which are all out of form. The players that were on form are most likely pretty much always injured. So he's always going to have to go back to his weakest side or put his weakest players on the pitch. Okay, I can't agree with him on Perez, because I really don't understand why he keeps putting him on, because it's not like, there's a person injured in that position. He's got plenty of players to play on that side. But yeah, it's becoming a bit sea on Brendan, and I think he'll probably get slated for it, even though it's not his fault, which he has done for the last few years.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen a comment a minute ago about Brendan Rodgers. This is his third season in charge. He's got third season syndrome. Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing.
People just make stuff up, though, don't they? I think I've had the same thing with Jose when he was the manager of United. I think it's so easy to blame the manager. It really is so easy to blame the manager. And unfortunately, I think at this point in time, you've got to blame the players that are playing. I mean, you've got some world-class players on that team. Do you know what I mean? Really, really good players, and they're just not playing properly. I mean, Madison 2 years ago, he was phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? And where is he now? Where is he when you need him?
Oh, mate, I already said this. He's been missing since February.
Yeah, silly. And I just don't see it. I don't see why Brendan Rodgers should be blamed for this, because it's not his fault. I think the tactics that he did today were fair enough. Sometimes they're a bit iffy, but it's up to the manager what he does. I just think the players that come on work their socks out, and the players that are on the pitch should be playing amazing as well. But the performances, the last couple of performances that you've had, it just seems the players have given up. They've lost the momentum to keep going. I mean, can you believe you were Community Shield winners at the start of the season? You were
FA Cup and Community Shield winners.
You turned Man City, the champions of England, over at the start of the season.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it wasn't their full side.
Yeah, but they had some of the big players on. They really did have some of the big players on, and it's a trophy. Do you know what I mean? You were FA Cup champions not long ago. So what's happened? What has happened? Is it injuries? Is Fofana really that key of a person to why you're losing matches? One player? Is that the reason for why you're losing so many matches now, or drawing?
It's hard to explain.
Exactly. I just don't know where the issue is. I really don't. And
obviously today we've got robbed by decision, because technically this is a draw today, or that penalty decision for me is wrong. But give or take, it's a draw today. Yeah. At least minimum is a draw today. Absolute minimum.
I just really do think that Brendan Rodgers has got something with his main players. Even if they're going through a rough patch, he won't drop them. He doesn't drop the big names players that were doing well for him. He just thinks that they're going to magically turn up again and score 3 goals or 5 goals and get him back to where he needs to be. And the new players that come in, they have to try so hard to get a sniff in this team. Every single time, every new player.
That's always been the case, though. That's always been the case.
It takes them so long to get into the team and have a role in this team. So I don't understand, what the issue is, because I don't know. He seems all over the place. It really does seem all over the place.
And Didi here, you guys are saying that it was between average and the GOAT for today. He did do a lot in that middle. He got booked. I was a bit concerned he was going to get a red, very similar to the Napoli game. By the way, that was not a red card, but I won't go into it anymore. That just wasn't a red card. No foul at all. Not one bit. You can't send someone off and about the 90th minute at the centre circle where the ball's coming down the line. It's not going attacking. It's not going defending. It's literally coming across the field. And all he's done is touch his shirt like that. You can't send someone. Anyway, today, I thought it was quite good today in the middle. He got in all sorts of different positions. Centre back. He went forward at one point as well. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. There's 80 of you here. Get your votes in, NDD. For me, I'd put him in the GOAT tier today. I think it played well. It was all over the place today.
People are saying average. Look in the poll.
Yeah, it's 49% at the moment. But there's time for a few more votes. But at the moment, you guys are putting him in the average. I thought he had a better game, to be fair, than the last. But it's in between, isn't it? I need to maybe Winks here. Maybe I need to make some more tiers, because I don't think we've got quite enough. I think we need to add a few more in. So we need to make the icons a little bit smaller and maybe redesign this a bit, because it's getting a little bit outdated again, isn't it?
Yeah. There's always space for something else.
Can you pass me it, please?
I'm
doing this.
I know what you're going to do. You
right,
need to end poll.
Okay. We'll move on to Soumare. Unfortunately for Soumare,
the lineups are out, by the way, for Spurs Chelsea. The lineups are out.
Are they? You want to read them out for everyone while I'm doing this?
Yep, sure. So Spurs are lined up with Lloris, Dyer, Reguilon, Romero, Emerson, Son, Dele Alli, Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Ndombele, and Kane. And for Chelsea, it's Arrizabalaga, who's kind of took his spot back from what's the last? Is it Mendy? Yeah, Mendy. Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Alonso, Rudiger, Christensen, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku.
I've pressed it.
No, you've not. Press there, please. Lukaku's up top.
Yeah, he's starting up top again, mate. He's been phenomenal, hasn't he, for them so far? I don't think he's not scored in the game yet. So
you need to press that, James.
This
is why I want to do it, because you drive me mental. I can't do this show with you here.
Looks like they're stopping. Looks like they're doing a back 5 as well, Chelsea.
Oh, okay. A back 5.
You've got Christensen, Rudiger, Alonso, Thiago Silva, and Azpilicueta.
I can have a look.
Okay, you do that then. I've gone for 4-2.
See, I've gone
for 6-goal thriller.
Yeah, I've gone for Chelsea to absolutely batter them. Unfortunately, if Richard Blackdog's still here, sorry to say that, but Chelsea right now with Lukaku up front, they're just monsters, aren't they?
Who, Chelsea or Tottenham?
I think that it's between them. and Liverpool for the title.
I don't even with the addition of Ronaldo, I can't see United competing yet. I still think we're missing a couple people.
I see. So you've gone like a 3-4-2-1, but the Alonso and Azpilicueta are like a wing backs almost.
Yeah,
I see that.
Interesting, because I wouldn't put Azpilicueta on as a wing back anymore. Just how old he is now. But he used to be wicked bombing up and down the wing, didn't he?
I've noticed benched Chilwell is not playing anymore.
He's not had a start, mate, this season.
I'm not surprised. Go Iris and my average vote. Sorry, mate. Soumare gets into the GOAT tier for today. He was brilliant again, but yet again, doesn't get a full 90, and I don't know why.
Probably saving him for Europa, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Indeed, or just red carded, isn't he? So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't think of that. Who do we move on to next? Oh, gosh, this is going to be controversial. This is the one where you guys are going to go nuts. Madders, yet again.
I don't even want to speak about it, mate. Honestly, I feel like you could go so into Madison right now. Do you know what I really think affected Madison the most? And again, you can tell me if I'm completely wrong. I think the incident that he had during the lockdown thing with the party, ever since that he got caught out for that and the media got onto him, I think his confidence drops massively. He seems to not, be out there as much anymore. He seems to be quite on his own, and I don't know. To me, that I think that was a massive reason for possibly a bit of a drop off in form. I think he thinks that probably the world's against him.
Well, I've just turned his icon on, and he was in the drop tier. I don't think he's moving out of it at this point because there's 41% saying defo dropped over the normal dropped. He's got to be dropped. He's got to earn his place back. I'm sorry, but he's got to earn his place back. I'm sorry. At this point, he's not had an assist or a goal since Feb. How can someone still get in a team that's not done anything?
Here you go.
Since.
Here's some stats.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, I don't know how he keeps getting in the side at the moment.
There's only so much you can force a player to play football and perform. Do you know what I mean? You can throw them on the pitch, but they're not going to improve if they're just not given a rest.
David said it best.
Chelsea, Tottenham have kicked off.
Yeah, David said it best, mate. David said it best. The Madison tier is coming.
Yeah. Which is such a shame because not long ago he was considered one of England's potentially best centre attacking midfielders. You know what I mean? He was primed to go into the England side. He was getting ready and set, wasn't he, before he got that injury? And look what happens now. Look what's happened now. He's so far down the pecking order.
That's interesting about so far down the pecking order. As here's a Madison theory for you, Winks. Does he blame Rodgers for not making the Euro squad after getting dropped for COVID lockdown rule break?
This is exactly what I mean. That lockdown rule break has impacted him more than anyone you can know, because that was the reason he didn't get into the Euro squad. And obviously that injury also had a little bit of an influence in it as well. But there's something going on between Madison and Leicester City, whether that's because he doesn't want to play for the club anymore, he wants to move. Because I've said this on the show before, it was very similar with what Pogba did at Man U, with the fact that he just stopped playing to his potential because he was asked with the club. He was a Mardy arse and didn't want to play anymore. Whereas now a new manager just came in and look at Pogba, he's a new player. Well, he wasn't that brilliant today, but I think Madison wants to move.
You can read them out.
Okay.
I think Madison wants to move.
Yeah. Well, if he does want to move, I'll gladly take 60 million.
Here is some stats.
Arsenal, come back, please.
Yeah, onto Harvey Barnes, who was unfortunately in the way of 2 goals. Apparently, he was probably in the way of 1, but the second I think is very, very unfair on him. Go on.
Some stats for Harvey Barnes here: 0 goals, 0 assists, shot accuracy 50%, pass accuracy 79%.
Okay. Is it fair to say he kind of ruined the game for us by being in the way of the goalkeeper and getting us a win? Because kind of if he wasn't stood there in front of the goalkeeper, we've won the game.
Another player, mate, who's not looking himself. Is it the contract curse? Is that what people call it? As soon as you sign the contract, you're not the player you are.
Maybe. He's had like an injury problem, hasn't he? And before the injury problem, he was immense. He's come back, and he still don't look the same player. Yes, he had some moments of delight at the end of the game, but it was a bit too little, too late. Do you know what I mean?
The Napoli goal he scored, that was a slight glimpse of what you had with Harvey Barnes before the injury, with the step over and the tuck away. But I don't know. It's so unfair on you. It really is. It's like you buy a player, they play phenomenal, and it's like, oh, you're looking good. You've got all the players in the right positions. They get an injury, and it's almost like you've had to transfer another player in. Obviously, it's the same player coming back from injury, but it's just like a whole new player you're working with, and you've got to start all over again with working together with the squad. Because don't forget, every injury you get a transfer window, and then you bring in a player to almost take that position while that player is injured. So when that player comes back from injury, he has to not only get back to full fitness, but he has to also fight for his place back, which is 10 times harder than just going straight back into the team.
Yeah.
So it is just a never-ending cycle for you. It really is.
We'll go to Jamie Vardy, who got the goal.
Okay,
back post.
Okay, can I just tell you some stats?
Yeah, go on then, Mr. Statman.
He has had 3 goals, 1 assist, shot accuracy 60%, and pass accuracy 81%.
In the Premier League so far?
Yeah.
Well, today for me, Vardy was probably the main man today. He didn't get many chances, but he made some good runs. He got his goal. He was. If you've seen when we got his goal, he went mental. He was like, "Come on!" You know what you want in a team, a leader. Give him the captain's armband. I don't want Kasper as the captain anymore because he's not on the field. I get
that's something you've missed for so many years, mate. It really is. I mean,
a captain on the pitch.
Yeah,
captain on the pitch.
Don't get me wrong, Kasper Schmeichel, legend for the club, legend in the Premier League. He really is a legend in the Premier League for what he's done with Leicester. But there's nothing like having a player on the pitch with the captain's armband, telling people where to go.
Exactly.
Telling people, there's no way Kasper Schmeichel can shout all the way to Jamie Vardy up front, where he wants him. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, the keeper doesn't have any right to tell all the players where to go up front. Do you know what I mean? Or where to move in midfield, because Kasper Schmeichel's a goalkeeper. That's the only thing he is really good at. You need a midfielder who knows the game really, really well. And don't get me wrong, Kasper Schmeichel will obviously know the game, but you need a midfielder who can tell the striker, "Oi, drop back, cover me while I go up front for the corner or something," or a striker where he can go back to while defending the corner. You know, look, you need to go up a bit more, or blah blah blah. You've missed that for so many years, and I think it is definitely about time Kasper Schmeichel is probably released as the captain and gives it to Vardy. He deserves it. He really does.
Like you said, you need someone on the field to be acting as captain, don't you? You don't want someone in the sticks. You really do. Granted, I think in today's game, captaincy at top level doesn't mean as much as it probably did years ago. But Vardy is that kind of character.
Something there, mate. Honestly, there really is. I mean, I know I always go back to Man U because obviously that's just what I'm used to. But Maguire, when he came in, he was never ever a world class defender, was he? But
no.
We gave him the captain's armband. It was a shock, but our defense looks so much more organised now he's there. No matter how good he is, having a captain in defence with a big, strong captain who can go up for headers, score you a goal, and then come back and boss everyone around. It really has changed our back four. It really has.
Yeah. I'm going to go on to the subs, Winks. It's probably not fair to go on to Nacho because he got about 10 minutes, or if that.
That's another thing, though. Just quickly, I feel so bad for you, Nacho. I really do.
I do, because he scored countless goals last season, replacing Vardy after that surgery that he had.
You're the better striker out of him and Vardy he was last season, and Daka's not been given a shout, so it's not even like he's lost his position to Daka because he's not been playing as much.
Yeah.
So it's just completely insane. I mean, you'd play Iheanacho, but he was the striker on form. He was backing goals for fun.
Yeah, Lookman's man of match for Joss, by the way. Lookman goes in the top tier for AM. Wow. Okay. Okay. I didn't put top because I didn't think that's fair to put him in the top tier because he didn't have long enough. You know, you got to have a 90 minutes for top tier, surely, to know. For sure.
Can I tell you some facts?
I don't really. No, we don't really need it, kiddo. Subs. We're literally. We need to get it done, mate. So no, stop, please. Who else we got for off the bench? Oh yes, Castagna.
Oh yeah, Castagna.
Absolutely tremendous. What a good game Castagna had. I'm just literally going to finish this poll and type him straight in. I'm pretty sure everyone's just going to say the GOAT. I thought it was fantastic coming in for Bertrand. What probably wasn't fair for him to come off, but I thought it was absolutely outstanding. And I think maybe for Belgium, he plays on that left side more than his right side, right?
Yes.
He looked comfortable on that left side.
Mm-hmm. He's always looked comfortable on the left side. I mean, the first season he was brought in, he was kind of getting switched, wasn't he, to see which one he was best to put in.
Yeah.
And the left side was probably his best one out of the two.
Yeah, he looked brilliant today. I'm not going to lie. Everyone's saying the GOAT. I mean, he just was. It makes me think, why didn't he start?
I just don't know. I really
that's
don't
the problem.
know.
That's the problem we had with the Napoli situation. Why does Rodgers make some strange decisions, like bringing on Madison on like the 72nd minute, whatever it was for Napoli? Why? The man's not scored or made an assist since Feb.
Yeah.
Why take Samari off and put Yuri on when Samari was having a beast of a game? Some of the decisions that you make sometimes, I do wonder, like, why, if you're going to bring Castagna on for Bertrand, why play Bertrand at all? Just leave Castagna on. You know he's fit.
Yeah. If you didn't think Bertrand was fit enough, you should have not started him in the first place.
Yeah. So sometimes there is some decisions that I think, what the heck? Last but not least, before we end to the man of the match, Nacho, not really fair.
No, it is so unfair. I really think he should be given a start soon. I probably think Pat Sandaka on the right, Lookman on the left, and Nacho up front.
Yeah, unfair. Unfair or what? What else could I put?
Just unfair.
Unfair.
Average.
Unfair to rate. Average.
GOAT. I suppose some people might think he played really well.
That's it. Because no one's going to say it was Bob. It weren't fair, was it? And by the way, guys, we'll do man of the match and we're out of it. I am hungry.
Yeah, unfair to rate seems like it's climbing.
I'm hungry. Our fullbacks are so good. We are. Ricky and Castagna are our two best players, again, for me today. End of discussion. Everyone's forgotten JJ. Yeah, but that's because he's broke his bloody ACL. And, you're going to forget him because he's out of mind. I still need to create a Brendan Rodgers circle to get him in and see what you guys thought of Brendan Rodgers' overall performance for today. Remind me to do that after Winks. I've got to get a Brendan Rodgers circle done. I need it.
Yeah.
I need it. And I'd probably do myself as well for a bit of banter and where you thought today's stream was. Again, Mendy was man of the match, says AM. Yeah, makes sense. Unfair to rate, says the poll has spoken, so I'm not going to put Nacho in. It's not fair. Right, man of the match time. My man of the match, I would say Ricardo or Castagna. It's between the two for me. Vardy might get it because of the goal. James, your man of the match?
Well, to be honest, I'm stuck between Soyuncu.
Soyuncu? What game were you watching? There's your goats.
Soyuncu, Ricardo Pereira.
It's got to be Ricky P. It's got to be Ricky P. For me, it's Ricky P or Castagna, but we'll soon see.
Barnes.
Barnes turned it on at the end. But what we do is we put the best rated players in. I'm not putting Sumari in because he got subbed off. That's why he's not gone in there. It's between the four.
Why did you not put my one in? Barnes.
Because Barnes isn't in the GOAT tier. He's in the average tier. This is based off what people are saying. It's a tough one. Everyone's saying Lookman.
I put Lookman.
Wow. Danny, just come on.
Yeah, but you've improved your team.
Or man of the match, give it the ref.
Yeah, he had a couple of good decisions today.
The ref had a cracker. Maybe he could go straight in man of the match. Or should we just dump? Should put him in the bin? There you are. He's in the bin. Somewhere on the big turd. It was terrible, wasn't he?
Make him the Bob.
Yeah, it was terrible, wasn't he? Guys, put your votes in before we go. 30% have said Ricky P. 33% say Vardy. 33% say Lookman. It's a tie between. Basically, it's a freeway tie. All on 32%. Come on, guys, you've got to vote. Don't put Lookman in. He didn't play the full game. It's got to be Vardy or Ricky P. Lookman, the Kenga's under replacement we've been looking for, says AM. James.
Yeah.
Look, it's literally neck and neck. This is impossible. And I can't ask Winksy to get an influence because he didn't watch the game. Lookman gets it.
I watched the last 10 minutes of it.
Okay. No, just wait.
10.
No, just wait.
No, you're not. No, you're not doing none of that. Don't do none of that. Thank you very much.
I should just switch
10,
account.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they are. It is Lookman. There you go.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. You guys voted Lookman as your man of the match. I don't know who got the man of the match for Leicester. I have no idea. Domino's Pizza.
Oh, by the way, you've got messaged by the Foxes.
Right, okay. That's
as
fine.
in us.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, there you go, guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Leicester got robbed here, 2-1 against Brighton. 2 disallowed goals. One probably fair enough, but the second one's an atrocious decision. The penalty for me was not a penalty either, but hey-ho, we have lost here 2-1, and Leicester sit currently in the Premier League as it stands right now. It's not looking good for the Foxes, to be quite honest with you. Leicester sitting in a miserable 12th in the table on 6 points, sitting with the likes of Arsenal and Crystal Palace and Watford and Villa. Not a lot, obviously, at the moment, but you know, it's a long way to go, Winksy, at the end of the day. But these are the games you need to win. These are the games you need to win. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Thank you, Winksy, for helping me out with the show. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Thank you for getting to the 13,600 subscribers. Thank you, James, for coming in. You don't need to do none of that. Thank you very much. Say goodbye to everyone. We're going for dinner.
See ya.
Right. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. I shall see you on the next watch along midweek against Millwall. I think is a Carabao. What's it called? Carabao Cup. League Cup game in the midweek. I shall see you then, guys. Take care of yourselves, and don't forget, FIFA 22 is out this week as well. There will be some FIFA 22 content this week as well. I have pre-ordered it, and I am getting it. So, she'll see you very, very soon. Stay tuned for more on the channel. Follow me at @Chappy on all social platforms. We're on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram. What else are we on? Facebook.
Yeah, everywhere, mate.
Everywhere. We're everywhere.
Twitch.
And TikTok's an absolute banger right now.
Twitch.
Thank you for Winksy for running that.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch as well. Right. Shall see you all very, very soon. See you guys.
See ya later.
See you later. This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0 is the professional grooming kit for the male body. Use the code Chappy20 for 20% off your orders at manscaped.com. Manscaped, your balls will thank you.
You're going to carry on for like an hour.